The thought of it is frightening. The pilot of a jetliner with more than 300 people on board doubted that he had the ability to land the plane. That's what we learned today about the Asiana 777 that crashed last summer at the San Francisco airport. The pilot said he was worried about landing without the aid of the airport's instrument landing system, which had been turned off because of construction. The National Transportation Safety Board held a hearing today about the crash, which killed 3 people and has raised questions about whether pilots have become too reliant on automated systems. Transportation correspondent Jeff Pegues has the final moments of Flight 214.
This airport camera video released today by the NTSB shows a clear view of Asiana Airlines Flight 214 as it strikes a seawall short of the runway, catches fire, and is spun around nearly 360 degrees. A trainee captain was flying the 777 during its final approach to San Francisco International. A more senior instructor pilot was next to him. In the final 2 minutes of the flight, a transcript of the cockpit voice recording shows a relief pilot in a cockpit jump seat warned that the plane was descending too quickly. "Sink rate, sir," he called out. "Yes, sir," answered the trainee captain. The conversation grew more frantic as an electronic system called out the declining altitude. 200, said the electronic voice. "It's low," said one of the pilots. Seconds later, the pilot's control sticks shook, a warning that the plane was flying too slow to stay in the air. 40, said the system. 30. "Oh," expletive, the instructor pilot said. "Go around." 20, said the system. "Go around," said the trainee captain. But it was too late. A second later, the plane crashed. The instructor pilot told NTSB investigators he expected the aircraft's computerized autothrottle system to maintain the proper speed, but what none of the pilots realized was that they had inadvertently put the autothrottle on hold. NTSB Chairman Deborah Hersman.
We do have an issue in aviation that needs to be dealt with respect to automation and performance when it comes to the interaction between the aircraft and the human being. We can always do better.
The trainee captain told NTSB investigators that he was, quote, very concerned about making his first 777 landing at San Francisco International Airport without the help of a landing aid called a glide slope. It was not in service at the airport at the time, forcing him to make what's called a visual approach. And that for him, and these are his words, was a very stressful factor. Scott?
Jeff Pegues at Reagan National outside Washington. Jeff, thanks very much.